Hey everybody, Dr. John D'Ambrosio, broadcasting live from Structural Chiropractic here in Oradell, New Jersey. And I just want to share a little something with you. It's just a personal landmark that I hit, and I thought it may be helpful for some of you. I know we are still in January, so hopefully a lot of you are keeping with your resolutions. I know a lot of resolutions tend to do with weight loss, physical fitness, things like that. And today is January 25th. Well, January 25th, 2019, I was 32 pounds heavier than I am today. And it was all fat. I keep track of my weight loss, my body fat percentage, and it was fat. And it wasn't something that I was truly it wasn't an obvious thing for a lot of people, because I've been blessed with a body where when I gain weight, I gain it uniformly. So it's usually all over my body. So it's not like it just sits on my stomach or it sits on my butt or on my thighs. It's pretty well spread out. So in clothes, it looks like I'm just a bigger guy and I'm carrying more muscle. But that wasn't the case. And to be honest with you, I don't spend any time in front of the mirror. So it's not like something that I had my shirt off and I looked and I was like, oh my gosh. I never really noticed. I just thought my clothes were fitting snugger because I was working out and I was just putting on muscle, and I never really bothered to check otherwise. I would get on the scale, but I didn't want to check body fat percentage because I really didn't think that was important. I was really going by just the way I felt. And it got to a point where I said, let me just see, because I had hit an all-time high weight. And when I actually took a look, I was shocked, and it wasn't in a good way. So I realized at that point that I needed to do things a little differently. I had been going through some changes in my life back then, as far as the way I worked out. Things ended one aspect of the way I trained, and I started another aspect, and it was a little rocky, and my diet was not ideal. So things just I slowly continued to put on weight, and there I was. So I knew things had to change. I knew I needed to take better care of myself, and I didn't want to do a quick fix. One thing that I know a lot of people look for in, when they're trying to lose weight is drop quick. Oh, I lost 20 pounds in a month. When you're doing that, the problem is you're doing it probably because of either a drastic change in lifestyle from either diet or exercise or both. And a lot of times it's just, besides not being sustainable, you probably lost mostly water, and there's going to be muscle loss too when you're losing things that quickly, and you're more likely to then put the weight back on. So I set on a journey to lose weight the right way, maintain muscle, and maintain my strength and build strength. And I work to build muscle as well, and to slowly lose the weight. And when you average it out, it comes to a little over a pound a month, 32 pounds over the course of 24 months. So it was a little more than a pound a month that I lost, which isn't a huge amount. Again, very sustainable. I did hit plateaus. I did certain things. Like at one point I did the keto diet, and I seemed to have lost weight using that. And I thought, wow, this is great, because I had read all the science and it seemed to make sense. But then I plateaued, and then I actually calculated calories. And when I realized what happened was my calories had dropped on the keto diet because I changed what I was eating. I eliminated total food groups, and that allowed my calories to get lower. But with that, of course, the weight loss came. So after a while of eating that way, as the calories stayed the same, there was no more weight loss. So I said, I don't need to go for this extreme. I started to eat more balanced. I watched what I ate, but then I made sure I was not in a calorie surplus. I was in a calorie deficit. And I did that through, again, dietary modifications. I did not cut out huge amounts of calories. I cut out a small amount, but maintained that. And I also increased what I did as far as exercise goes. I would continue to work out, but I have a concept 2 rower at home, and I started doing regular rowing with that. and I rowed 20 minutes a day. And then I also rowed another 10 minutes as a warm-up for my workouts. That was 30 minutes a day rowing. And over time, consistency, that really adds up. Add to that calorie deficit, and it's a recipe for weight loss, and weight loss the right way. So I just want to share a little bit of that with you, because it's easy to read something in a book or magazine or something like that, but when you're hearing it from a true life experience, someone who's actually gone through it and done it the right way and is able to sustain it, I think maybe it has a little more impact. I know it's not the thing most people want to hear. They want to drop the weight. I mean, here we are, January. Oh my gosh, bathing suit season's in May, the earliest, June, July, the latest. How am I going to get into that shape? And reality is you may not, and that should not be your goal. I mean, you should be losing weight for health, but if you're losing it because you want to look a certain way, which is fine, you have to set realistic goals. And for me, 32 pounds over the course of 2 years was a very realistic goal. And I didn't have a certain weight set that I wanted to get to, but I knew a certain look I wanted to have, a certain body fat percentage I wanted to have. And when I hit that, I was thrilled, and I wanted to do it again the right way, so it was sustainable, so I could continue this for as long as I wanted without discomfort, without fear of having a backsliding and then putting the weight back on and more. I'm very comfortable right now. I have no fear of putting 30 pounds back on because I lost 30 pounds so quickly. And we just had the holidays. I was very happy to have lasagna for Christmas and have pizza and have desserts, because I knew then how to make that work with what I was doing and looking at things in the big picture. I wasn't looking at, oh my gosh, today is one day and it's going to ruin everything. Things spread over the course of a week, spread over the course of a month, spread over the course of a year. You have to look at the big picture to really see how things work for you, so you don't go too extreme and you do it the right way for results that last forever. So I just wanted to share that with you because, like I said, today is 2 years from my heaviest, and I am now what I would say is probably the best shape I have been in, if not in forever, in a really long time, as far as muscle mass, leanness, strength, and everything else. So it's sustainable. You could do it. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll do what I can to help you on your journey. Until then, have an amazing day, and hope to talk to you all soon.